All right, well, welcome back everybody. So today we're going to come out in the garden and get okra. I've got okra producing like I have never seen. After that, we're going to knock out a couple of chores around the camper and underneath the building. Need to get some sort of lighting put up in there. And we might get into a few other things. I just started cutting, already getting a tremendous amount of okra, but I want to show you something. This is crazy. I've never seen this much okra in such a short period of time in my life. So look at this right here. This is one plant right here, one big stalk, and I've been cutting a tremendous amount of okra off of it. But look, this is just crazy. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces right there. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Here's 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 if you count that little one. Oh, let's see here anywhere else. That might be it. 22 pieces of okra on one stalk. Never, ever have I seen anywhere near that. And as far out of the 22, let's see, 3, 8, 9, 10. There's about 10 or 11 pieces I'm going to cut today that's ready. 10 or 11 pieces. Oh, there's more right here I missed. So 10 or 11 pieces off of one stalk. Crazy. I'm about to have more okra than I know what to do with. So these are the type of things that are exciting, that I'm learning. So now I know next year I can thin my okra out more, or I might not even plant this whole thing in okra. No need. If I were selling okra at the market, and heck, I may one day, I'd plant them all out here. Okra is a very expensive crop for this area for some reason. But now I can tell that I don't even need the room that I have to get me an entire year's supply of okra. This just started producing. And like I said, I'm gonna wind up with more than I can freeze and put up. So much so that we're gonna start pickling some and doing them other ways. One subscriber even recommended I take some of these big ones that I'm getting, cut them in half and cheese stuff and bacon wrap them, kind of like you do jalapenos. So we may try a lot of stuff. But as far as the future goes, I'm about to start giving a lot of this away because I'm gonna have all the room that I can stand taken up in the freezer here before long. So crazy. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab some beans while I'm at it. And as you can see behind me, the garden's kind of starting to run its course. There's still things that are producing well: peppers, okra, potatoes have almost completely died off. They're about ready to dig up. And the cantaloupes, you know the story there, they died when they got flooded out with the tropical storm. So the garden is slowly starting to come to an end. It's getting really grown up. I just haven't had the time to come out here and propane weed it again. I'll probably hit it with a weed eater, wait till all my crops are done and come out here and really kill off the grass good again. Hopefully by that point, life has calmed down. I'm out there chipping up some limbs and bringing in the mulch that I wanted to layer down. So it looked nice and beautiful there for a couple of months. Now it's just at the point in life where it's dying out. So I'm gonna get the last of some good vegetables out of it over the next couple weeks, and it's time to mulch a lot of this back in, make some more compost for next year. Plus, we'll probably do a fall garden out here. I had one subscriber asking about that. I definitely won't plant this whole thing for a fall garden, but a couple beds will give us all that we need. So these windstorms have been just coming through and destroying my corn. A lot of y'all have had good suggestions about putting T-posts in the ground and putting ropes up, but I'll be honest with you, I'm feeling this corn. It is just about filled out. So I don't think I'm gonna worry with straightening all this up. It's been broke both directions so many times, it's just done. Next year, what I'm thinking about doing, especially on that bigger corn patch over there, although I may rotate it, is putting up removable hog panels, which is basically, this is what I call a hog panel right here. This is what I use for trellis. So I can attach it with some zip ties outside once the corn starts growing, and as the winds come and this stuff gets thicker, it starts supporting each other and it can't technically blow outside of these panels that are on the side. So that's something I've had in mind and something I definitely do for next year. But looking at this corn, I mean, it's blown over bad, but some of these are very, very close. I think I'm gonna have to jump on that. My poor cantaloupes, they're done. They're burning up in the sun, although I've been coming out here day by day grabbing a few, and we've been eating them. We ate several on the river yesterday. They are just about, a lot of them are too far gone. They're just way too soft. but I have been able to eat a few, so I'm happy I was able to do that. Kind of the same story over here. I do have a few pretty large green ones that are still growing, so it does look like I'm going to get to salvage several cantaloupes, and some are going to make it to full size, just not many. Squash and zucchini's been done. It's just about time to pull all that up, get it out of my way. And I'm still watering this corn pretty heavy. I got 63 ears of it off of it already, but I'm trying to let some of these last ones fill out. That feels just about filled out. Got a few more in here. They feel pretty decent. I'm gonna let them go just a little bit longer, and we're gonna get the corn off of this and over there to see if we can get me up to about 100 ears, which is where I like to be. So on second thought, it's next day now, early morning, although it's already getting hot. Figure I better jump on this now before it's burning up. So I'd mentioned earlier in the video about going ahead and doing some lighting in the barn. I think since some of this corn looks filled out and it's about time to start clearing the garden out, we'll jump on this corn and we'll just kind of make this a gardening video. I'll start another one with a few little projects that I have going on. Well, this is my first time getting some corn off of this little patch, and it actually looks filled out and really well compared to the little ears that were left over there. They just didn't quite finish filling out, and that's to be expected. A lot of times they don't. I've still got a bucket full off of that patch, but these right here, I think these are going to be good. Tell you what, that's a beautiful looking sweet corn. Now this is one of the ones I pulled off of the patch that I've already done picked over once. So see, it didn't quite finish filling out. That's okay. I'll take the knife, cut this top off. That's still a really nice piece of corn to eat, and this is about the size I'm typically used to getting in gardens in the past. So as you can see, not a bad score at all today. I don't know, there's probably 20 some odd ears of corn in there, so it should get me up to 80 something, 90 ears of corn, which I'll be happy with. That's kind of what I like to shoot for every year. So let's bag them up and count them. We are getting full. maybe that'll work, maybe it will not. Other than this stray cantaloupe that got away, I dug a hole in the middle and put them all in there, a lot of them by hand, and just kind of covered it up. So I could figure I'd get a lot of that greenery right there in the middle of the pile. Hopefully I don't have a lot of raccoons and possums and stuff come out here and dig into it, but I guess that's just the way it goes. So I was reading online and it said melons and things like them are perfectly fine to compost, and if you've ever noticed in the garden, they do break down quite quickly in the garden or field, especially the internals, that little rind or husk, whatever you call it on the outside. It breaks down pretty quick too. So I'm letting this pile sit all the way until next spring. They keep adding to it for a little bit, and then I'll probably move on and start another pile. So we'll see what happens. I've got some more garden waste to put in here. I figure if I keep adding a bunch of greenery, it should start breaking down nicely. Only seeing just a few wood chips left that still haven't broke down. I'll just have to keep turning the pile. Actually, this is extremely hot now that I'm touching it. I have flipped this pile over a few times. That's the first time I've felt some good warmth like that. But I'm seeing a lot of black soil breaking down. I did add a couple scoops of compost to it a few months ago when I had some left over. I'm thinking that's helping it break down nicely. So hopefully by next year, there's not much bark left or chips. And this pile's broke down nicely. And I've got another one started somewhere down here. May wind up with this whole area being nothing but compost, especially once we get animals. I'll have a lot to haul and bring. So hopefully you enjoyed the little garden video there. Next video, probably going to be knocking out some chores around the place or mowing. I've got to do one of those two things. It is already burning up hot, still early. You can see the sweat coming off of me. So I think I'm going to go clean up and probably get ready to start yet another video. So thank y'all so much for watching.